Hey everyone, Chef Lady C is back with my second episode. So let's get started. Oh, wait a minute. Before we get started, I would like for you to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so come on in my kitchen and let's get started. So today we are going to make a good dinner and hopefully everyone will try it and like it. So today we are going to make meatloaf my way and some mashed potatoes with spinach. So let's get started. So today I like to saute my vegetables before I put it in my meat. So let's boil the pan. Yeah. Okay. Vegetables, I already cut it up so that we can cut on the time. So the vegetables are cut, rinsed, and ready. Okay, so I have my onions, green peppers, and a few slices of fresh jalapenos because they're not real hot, so I like it for the taste. So therefore, I like to saute my vegetables so it won't be so hard in your meat. So let's get started. So we're gonna let that cook down. Then I'm gonna put seasoning in it so it can cook and make your vegetables. Okay, so I have my meat in here. Now we're getting ready to season our meat. So I'm gonna take these gloves off. Yes, I think so. I started not to because they're $20 a box, but I'm going to use another pair. Just kidding. Put a little humor in your cooking, and it makes the food taste so much better. So we're going to go with this again. Hope y'all got the name the first time. Okay. Boom. Sprinkle some of that. Oh, another thing, I do not use eggs in my meatloaf, and there's a reason for that. Because one thing you really don't need it, and tell you the truth, eggs are very, very expensive. So let's do without an egg, because I only needed one. For $15? No, ma'am. I probably should have stolen one. No. No, I'm tripping. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to garlic powder again. This is a garlic paste. I'm going to put my gloves back on. Don't worry, I'm just doing this. I'm not touching any food. Paste. Black pepper. Onion powder. Check on our vegetables. Seasoning salt. Seasoning salt. Really, I don't use this, but since turkey meat is so bland, you need extra flavor. So I keep stuff like this, but I really don't use this in my food, but on turkey I will. Okay. Now, ketchup. A1 sauce. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to put some crackers in there. And the crackers holds it together. So that's why you use your crackers. Let's check on our vegetables. And I think that's ready. So you see that? Ooh, all of that goodness in there. Put all that goodness. Okay. Now, it's another thing that I like. I like to put extra oil in here because ground turkey is dry. So you put just some little oil in there to keep your meat moist. Okay. Put it all together. See so far? Get it all in there. Get it all in there. I have a special guest. Would you like to show your face? Maybe she was gonna say that, but hey. I have a very special guest, and I'm so glad she came over. You know, to show support for me. I mean, you know, you just don't know what that does to me. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Because she believes in me. She is a very good friend of mine, so I'm not going to mention her name, and I'm not going to show her face. So, and I have another special guest that's in the room back there, making noise. Would you guys like to meet? Okay, so I have everything mixed well. Now it's ready to go in the pan. I have the pan, and I like to put Reynolds wrap, just in case. You never know, these pans have a hole or something in it. You wouldn't have to worry about grease going everywhere. So that's why I do what I do. So okay, let's start rounding this off and get us a good. Now another thing, if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you. If you don't make your meatloaf, round it off and pat it to where it's all together. If you just take this like this and put it in there, your meatloaf will not seal. So when it get done, it'll have cracks open all through your meat, and it'll break up. So let's get this all together. So that's a little tip from Chef Lady C. So, see what I'm doing here? So I'm getting this all ready to go in there. Okay. Now, I'll bring this over so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'll bring that over. There we go. Okay. Now, see that? See how that's coming along? You don't have to worry about this one breaking apart. Perfect. Yeah, I know y'all want some when it's done. I'll give you the first bite. $375 to $400 is good. So we're gonna put this in the oven and then we're moving on. Okay, I gotta make it. Okay, so now we're gonna start on our spinach. So what I do, this is how I make mine. And I'm gonna tell you something, like, you know how if you want some greens and you don't feel like picking them and you got a taste for greens, make this spinach and you would think you're eating greens. Okay, so let's get started. So what I do first, this is a turkey thigh. You can use any part of the turkey that you like smoked. We're gonna rinse this off. Okay, we're gonna pat it dry a little bit. Get our pan ready. Okay, rinse my meat off, patting it dry a little bit. I got my skillet on. Now we're gonna add a little oil to that. And we're gonna add some butter. Okay, let's let that cook down while I get this ready. We're gonna cut our meat. You can thank me later when you try it, and it's gonna be some of the best spinach you ever had in your life. So let's continue on. Now, you don't have to throw this bone away. That's good meat. Now, that can go in your greens. So we're just going to save that. See? We're gonna let that cook. Let that start making some noise. let's get our onion first. Let's get this meat put back up. I'm gonna put that back in the freezer. Okay, let's get our onion. Okay, see what I'm doing? Dicing these onions in there, and then we're going to start seasoning. And we're going a whole little different route here. Now, let this start cooking on down. And what we're going to do is, we are going to use chicken bouillon. Okay, use about 4. Put it right on in here. Okay, now we are going to start putting extra seasoning. We need, don't use no seasoning salt or anything like that, because these right here has a lot of seasoning. So you don't want to start adding seasoning. You can use black pepper, garlic powder, stuff like that, but do not put no seasoning salt or nothing like that, because your food will be over seasoned. Another tip from Chef Lacey. Okay. Black pepper, garlic powder. Oh. Onion pepper. Let's see, do we have any more in here? Oh yeah, that's a pinch. Let's just go on and finish using this. This is very, very good, but it is expensive. It's like $5 for this little small tube. But if you want good food, good ingredients, that's what you have to do. Okay, so now we're going to let that do its thing. I get my spinach ready. Okay, what we're going to do first, so while this is getting brown and doing this thing, let's get our mashed potatoes in here so that, because they are good and hot and we want them to stay hot. So we're going to put them in our little nice mixture. And then let's add us some butter. Let's add us some butter there. Some heavy cream. It's already whipped. If I can get it out. There we go. Some heavy cream. Just a little bit. There we go. A little milk. 2% or whatever you like. We don't want it. I'll put some more in there in a second. So, let's put this back on there. Okay. I'll put my seasoning in once I do this. Okay, let's put this on there. Oh no, I'll take that off. And here we go. Start off low. Oh, look at that, look at that. Look at that. Ooh. You see that right there? Look at that. I wanted to get all yeah. So let's see what we're doing here. Then we put our seasoning. Oh yeah, I think that's good. We don't need that much milk. Black pepper. Seasoning salt. That's not seasoning salt. What's the name of the pink? Huh? It's strawberry. I got a big bag of it. That looks good in itself. Okay. Now, start on the spinach. Now you can get frozen spinach. I don't do the frozen spinach. This brand right here from Kroger's is the best. And it's the kind I prefer that you get. And what we're going to do, okay. If I get a little quiet, I'm moving too fast. So. Just bear with me. Okay. Put some more out. I have to do a little bit at a time because we don't want it all on the floor. We like for it to be in the pan not on the floor. See how small this is. So if I put too much, so yeah. I don't think I'm going to introduce my boyfriend. He's really acting up. Oh yeah. I wish you guys could smell it. And you do not have to put a lot of water, because if you make spinach, everybody knows spinach makes its own water. But you're going to need a little bit, but not that much. Okay. There goes spinach. Oh, I'm gonna put that in the sink. Told you I'm moving too fast now. Okay, so come over here so they can see what this spinach is looking like. See that? That's almost ready. And you see how much water? I put a pinch so I can, you know, for all that seasoning. But look how much juice it makes. So we're gonna let that just cook down. And like I said, I'm gonna give you the first bite. So we shall return with that. Now we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm gonna make some homemade gravy. Let's check on our meatloaf. Now, it's time to take the Reynolds wrap off and let the meatloaf do its thing. Oh my God. You smell that? Smell that? Woo! Look at this. We're gonna take this in. Well, finished cooking without the Reynolds wrap. You see it? Wish you could smell it, but like I said, I'm gonna give you the first bite. Okay, so now we're gonna move on, making some homemade gravy. We're getting ready to really do some stuff here. Turn it on low. And what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna take some of this juice out of this meatloaf, put it in there. Yeah. Put that back in there. And let that finish cooking for about another 30 minutes. And that's it. Okay. So we're gonna take one of these packs right here, our onion soup. And we're gonna put it in here. And we're gonna let that brown. And we're gonna add enough flour. Okay. Ooh. Okay. And we're gonna let, you see that? We're going to add some cold water, not hot water, cold water. And we're going to just let this season it up a little bit and just let it cook low while everything's getting done. Okay. Alright, smash that in there. We're gonna just let this do its thing once I get it right. Oh yeah. Okay, you see how I'm getting the lumps out? And just getting it smooth. Smoothing it out. Okay. Show y'all a little trick here. To taste. This is liquid smoke. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this in there. Now, let me take this off. There we go. This in there. See? Now, so I'm trying to, not trying to, I'm going to get the little lumps out so it can simmer on down. Looks good, doesn't it? I'm gonna just let that cook. Okay. And now, let this cook down. black pepper.